Hello, everyone. My name is Kayleigh Floyd, and we are live here in Las Vegas for CEIC West. I am so excited to be joined today by Tom Bendien. He's doing some incredible things with his company and AI, and so I'd love for him to share today a little bit about who he is and what they're doing over there. So, if you want to go ahead and explain what you guys are doing,
Thank
who
you.
you are.
Thank you so much, Kayleigh. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and share our story. I'm Tom Bendien, founder and CEO of GTAJI. We started work with AI about 2 years ago when we saw ChatGPT coming out, and of course that was like a game changer. It was just incredible what you could do with it. And one of the things that started to come to mind for me was, having some experience in working with government cloud and what have you at IBM and HPE and other places. I thought, well, what about data privacy? Where is all that data going? What are they using your data for? And I just said, there must be a way to do, AI with data privacy. And then it took a while before that became possible because, of course, the mainstream AI providers were really the only way to do AI. But then when the open source technologies like Meta's Llama model started coming out, all the AI developer community started really getting rolling in 2023, I saw the opportunity, and I already owned a hosting business. So we already had GPU servers that were there for our companies that were doing remote video editing. So I thought, well, hang on a minute, I can use my data center platform to build private AI. And so that's kind of how it all started back in 2023.
Wow. So, tell me about your transition into CMMC.
Yeah.
And what was maybe a spark or the
Yeah.
thing that made you transition into this ecosystem in this world?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So I've done a bit of work with DoD before. So I'm a New Zealand Air Force vet. I was an avionics mechanic. This was a long time ago, but I have a heart for the DoD and the mission, right? So I just went to a networking event, and I'd heard about CMMC, and I went to the CEIC East show last October, and met everybody. And I thought, you know what, these folks could really benefit from having private AI, and started working with Mark on that. And Mark Berman and I worked on a couple of projects there. And then he said, Tom, why don't you come over to CEIC West here? And I said, great. And he said, yeah, we'd love to have you on a panel and talk about what you're doing. And here we are. So.
Awesome. What would you say is the biggest help or, leg up that, AI and what you're doing and what you're providing can give to organizations seeking certification or going through their journey of CMMC?
Yep. No, that's a very good point. The use cases for private AI and CMMC are quite extensive. For an OSC, it's the ability when they're working with their assessor to basically have a tool at their disposal 24/7 that can just answer a lot of questions for them, right? Because we've gone through the same thing. We're going through our CME compliance ourselves, right? We got to know what that is, right? So we're doing that ourselves. And we have a lot of questions, and we're working with Inside Assurance, who's doing our independent assessment. So of course, FCI level 1 is self-assessment, but we want to go that extra step and get an independent assessor to sort of look at our work. So we're doing that, but we found that having that ability to get your questions answered quickly, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is very helpful. So from an OSC's perspective, that's really good. It can help create your system security plan. It can help create draft documents. Now, of course, the tool's not intended to replace the assessor, but it's intended to accelerate the process. The fact that our tool also logs all the chat sessions, the assessor can actually go back and look through the logs and actually look at what's happening, and then actually use AI to summarize that, so that when they talk to their client, they sort of can be in sync with what their client is doing. So there's a lot of use cases.
I see already with what you've explained so far how these little, drops of what you've said are going to help the ecosystem along the way.
Yep.
But I want to ask you specifically, looking into the future of this year or even beyond that, how do you see this evolving the ecosystem?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the short version is simply the CMMC ecosystem is under a lot of pressure to get compliant, and they should be able to have AI tools that can help them just like everybody else. And so all it means is that we need to have AI tools builders or system builders like us and others in the ecosystem. We need to build CMMC compliant AI tools. and we need to help these people. And obviously, there's a business there. We have a subscription model, but it's about the mission, and so we want to help. And so I encourage both the CMMC ecosystem to work with AI system builders like us and the others that are out there to help us tune our systems to give good quality responses. And in turn, we want to give the CMMC ecosystem the best possible AI capabilities they could have. Why not? Because the other guys have it. We need our people to have it. So,
I love it. I love what you're saying. And guys, if you don't know about what Tom does in his company and all that they're doing over there with AI, please make sure to check out all that he's doing over there with his team. Make sure to tune in October for CS5, the next event. We'll see you guys there. See ya.